Well, the Genlock Season 1 is officially over. The Nemesis defeated. Alas, Chase had to make a very strong sacrifice. He is now no longer in his human body, although the human body is probably now dead for real, so to speak. But the Vanguard is alive, and the victory is here, but not without some sacrifices as well. The angry anime fan the Despair Reviewer, here to begin the final episode of the Season 1, Identity Crisis. Few episodes there, but I guess it makes sense seeing that every single episode of Genlock was over 25 minutes long, and normally Rooster Teeth do not have that long episodes. Very big animation indeed. But the episode begins with Miguel actually contacting the mother, telling that the Union are alive, but unfortunately Rufus Weller is not. He did die. It was his sacrifice that allowed the Vanguard to escape, because he had actually discovered that the Union troops have a special nanochip inside of themselves that actually tells Unions that you are allied with them, and so on. The Doctor managed to piggyback that nanosection and managed to create something that allowed the Vanguard to become off radar of Union. But now they have to defeat the Nemesis, so the Genlock team head out to a special harbor in Chicago where they are going to face off. Chase taunts the Nemesis into his mind, and the Nemesis appears, but now more dangerous than ever. Arguably so dangerous that the team, even when they use Mindshare, cannot defeat the thing together. And even though Chase is a bit hesitate to destroy the Nemesis, he decides to do it. Alas, though, their uptime is reaching the limit, so Chase decides that he must stay behind and uphold his. Because if he does, he will detach his mind from his human body, but he probably won't die. He will just become like the Nemesis, except maybe a little bit more stable. He will be in his Holland forever. Jazz is against that, but Chase says that he did die all 3 years ago. So this is the new him. The thing is that Jazz and Chase seems to have some very sweet moments here. I could almost swear they would have a ship tease here, although I'm also a little bit skeptical if it will happen. So yes, Chase uptime. Alas, it's still not enough to defeat the Nemesis, who we actually see into the mind this time. And indeed, he has the body of a Chase, but dark red eyes and a little bit darker skin, and a dark Union place where he wants to make Chase's friends suffer. But he managed to lure him to near the White House, where the Vanguard appears, including Miranda and also Leon, one of the leaders of the Vanguard. Alas, Leon says that he was too old for fitting for this Holland project, so it's very likely that even if he upholds it, he probably won't survive. Alas, he's making that choice. And the team has managed to reach back into their time, so they all end up together to fight off the Nemesis, including shutting off its nanotechnology. As Chase says to them all that he could very well become like the Nemesis, they all assure him as long as he has them, he will not become like him. So they create a Union, Mindshare, I mean. And it's during this time that Kazu talks his one and only line in full English, although we can barely hear that because everyone talks in Union. With that, disassemble the Nemesis. But before Chase gives the final blow, the Nemesis reveals and begs to Nemesis to kill all the copies, because it turns out the Nemesis is not Chase's original mind after all. No, the Nemesis is a copy of a copy of a copy of the original Chase's mind. The original Chase is still captured, but they have created tons and tons of unstable copies of the original Chase, possibly implying that maybe there is hope for the original Chase after all. Probably not. He probably has been tortured to immenseness. Doesn't change the fact that he's been stuck into the original Holland all this time. But they somehow are copying his mind. That cannot be good for everything else. So Chase has to destroy these copies. It's a victory for Vanguard. Alas, Leon, even though he detached from his Holland, is stuck in a coma. Chase can no longer return to his human body, who is probably at this point truly dead. And well, what else? The Vanguard team has won this match, and Miguel is hired to become their engineer. Although Miranda and Chase do have a tender moment, they do also admit that perhaps they cannot really be together right now, but maybe one time they will. But in the end, Miranda accepts that a part of her also died that day, so they have all lost something. Who knows what will happen. With that, they head out. This is a victory for Vanguard, and now they will fight back against Union, who we still do not know anything about, mind you. However, the Stinger reveals that Rob Sinclair, the guy that we thought was dead, is actually alive, but he is deeply undercover in a Union city and forced to dress as a Union soldier just to survive. Can he survive though? No freaking idea. Will we get more on Union? I don't know. Will we even get a second season? No freaking idea. Indeed. So yeah, this is it. Good voice cast all around, even though I did not like the fact that Koichi Yamadara only talked Japanese. I wish he would have talked English. It would have made this more awesome. Alas, that's never gonna happen. Massey Williams' character swore a little bit too much, but other than that, she was adorable. Michael B. Jordan, I think he talked a little bit too quiet for my taste, but it was still good. The rest was all good as well. The action scenes really did well in this animational sequence. However, story-wise, I'm not really so sure. But if it gets a second season, I'll still give it a try. But you can give me a thoughts if you have any.